What's up guys, I'm Phoenix Master 1 and today I'm going to show you the locations of all Zygarde cells and cores in Pokemon Sun and Moon. To have access to Zygarde complete form, you need to collect 95 Zygarde cells and 5 Zygarde cores which are scattered all across the Alola regions. So this guide will help you collect them, and for making it easier for you guys to follow up and collect the Zygarde cells which you missed, I have organized this guide in 4 sections. So the first section is going to comprise of the Zygarde cells which you can find both during day and night. So it doesn't really matter when you get it. The second section is going to comprise of the Zygarde cells which you can only collect during day in your game. And the third section is going to comprise of the Zygarde cells which you can only collect during night in your game. And the final section is going to show you the Zygarde Core locations which you can collect both during day and night. And the timestamps for these sections are going to be in the description down below. So if you want to view a specific section, you just have to click that timestamp. And before we begin, if you guys can leave a like, I would really appreciate it because this video took a long time to make, edit and organize in different sections. So your support is greatly appreciated. And if you have any question, let me know in the comment section down below. So I really hope this video helps you guys, and let's begin. On Route 1 from your house, go south and you can find a Zygarde cell outside Professor Kukui's research lab. Fly over to Holly City's shopping district and go south and you can find a Zygarde cell in Ilma's house. Fly over to Route 2 in front of Holly Cemetery and go north and you can find a Zygarde cell left of the roadside motel. Once again, return back to Route 2 in front of Holly Cemetery. This time you want to enter Holly Cemetery and you can find a Zygarde cell. Fly over to Route 2 in front of Verdant Cavern, and this is the same place where you did your first trial. You can find a Zygarde cell on top right corner of this place. Fly over to Route 3 in front of Melee Meadow and go south and cross the bridge and you can find a Zygarde cell under a tree. Once again, return back to Route 3 in front of Melee Meadow. Here you want to go into Melee Meadow and go far left to enter Seaward Cave. Here you will have to use Lapras to cross the water and go outside and you will reach the entrance of Kali Bay. Here you can find a Zygarde cell just left of the entrance. Fly over to Ruins of Conflict. This is the same place where we catch Tapu Koko and you can find a Zygarde cell. Now we are done with collecting the Zygarde cells on Melee Island, so fly over to Hihi City which lies on Akala Island and go into Tide Song Hotel. Here you can find a Zygarde cell on the left side of a sofa. From Hihi City you wanna go up and then take a right turn to enter Route 4. Here you can find a Zygarde cell by climbing up the ramp and you can find it near the Pokemon breeder. Fly over to Route 5 in front of Lush Jungle and here you wanna go down and you can jump a ledge and find a Zygarde cell on the left side. Fly over to Route 7 and go down the slope. Here you will have to use Lapras to go to the other side of the shore and here you can get a Zygarde cell. Fly over to Route 7 once again and enter Wella Volcano Park. Here follow the path shown in the video to come across a Zygarde cell. Now fly over to Route 7 and enter Route 8. Here you can find a Zygarde cell near the Ether base. Once again, fly over to Route 5 in front of Lush Jungle and here you want to enter Lush Jungle and here you can use Machamp to push the boulder and go into a cave to find a Zygarde cell. Fly over to Route 9 and go into Diglett's tunnel and here you can find a Zygarde cell near the worker. Now once again you want to return back to Route 9, but this time you want to enter Memorial Hill. Here you want to go all the way to right to enter Akala Outskirts and you can find a Zygarde cell near the Black Belt Trainer. Fly over to Hano Grand Resort and enter Hano Beach. Here you can find a Zygarde cell near the Stoutland Rider. Fly over to Mali City, which lies on Ula Island, and enter Mali Garden. If you want to use the bridge in the center, then you will have to fight some trainers, so I suggest going to left and then taking the bridge, and here you can find a Zygarde cell in the northwest corner of this area. Fly over to Route 12 and here you can find 2 Zygarde cells. So you will have to use Mudsdale to cross these sections, and you can find your first Zygarde cell near the Punk Trainer couple. Continue on and you can find another Zygarde cell before exiting the route. Fly over to Route 12 and this time go west to enter Blush Mountain. Here you can find a Zygarde cell outside the geothermal power plant. Fly over to Tapu Village and go east and you will be entering Route 13. Here you can find a Zygarde cell behind the Spinda. As you are on Route 13, you wanna go north to enter Hyena Desert. Hyena Desert hides 2 Zygarde cells, and this desert is a maze, so I suggest following the path shown in the video to reach the Zygarde cells. After collecting this Zygarde cell, you wanna continue on by going north and then follow the path shown in the video to reach Ruins of Abundance, where you can find another Zygarde cell. From Ancient Pony Path, you want to go down, but this time you want to take a right turn and enter Pony Breaker Coast. Go all the way right to enter Ruins of Hope, and here you can find a Zygarde cell. Fly over to Ancient Pony Path and this time go north to enter Vast Pony Canyon. Vast Pony Canyon hides 4 Zygarde cells, so use Tauros and enter the cave and smash all the rocks in your path to reach the top area. Here use the narrow path to enter another cave where you can find a Zygarde cell. After exiting this cave, use the bridge and cross it to enter into another cave where you can find a Zygarde cell between two burrows. Then go down the slope and go south to exit this area, and outside you can find another Zygarde cell. Now once again go back into that area and use this ladder to go up. Now cross this bridge and go all the way down, and then you can enter in a cave. After entering the cave, you might not see the Zygarde cell, so use Machamp to push this massive boulder and you can collect the 4th Zygarde cell in this area. Fly over to Ancient Pony Path and go down, and then take a right turn to enter Pony Grove. Here you can find 2 Zygarde cells. You can find the 1st Zygarde cell straight up ahead. After getting this cell, you want to continue going east, and right before entering Pony Plains you can find another Zygarde cell. After getting the cell, continue on and enter Pony Plains. You can find a Zygarde cell in the northwest section of this area, so use Tauros to smash the rocks and then jump few ledges to find a Zygarde cell. Fly over to Ancient Pony Plains and enter Pony Meadow. Here you want to go all the way up, and right before the entrance of Resolution Cave you can find a Zygarde cell by jumping few ledges. After collecting this Zygarde cell, you want to go ahead and enter Resolution Cave. Here follow the path shown in the video to reach the basement of Resolution Cave to find a Zygarde cell. Fly over to Pony Plains and go right to enter Pony Coast. Here you can find 2 Zygarde cells. Smash the rock and you can find a Zygarde cell in a narrow path. After getting this cell, you can get another Zygarde cell in a nearby narrow path. Once you've got these 2 Zygarde cells, you want to exit Pony Coast and enter Pony Gauntlet, where you can find 2 Zygarde cells as well. You can find a Zygarde cell near the Veteran Trainer. After getting it, you want to continue going north, and right before entering Battle Tree, you can find a Zygarde cell on the bridge near Black Belt Trainer. Now fly over to Ether Paradise and use the elevator to go to Lab Area. Here you can find a Zygarde cell outside Secret Lab B. After getting the cell, you want to return back to the elevator and take it to the entrance and go outside. Here you can find a Zygarde cell by going southeast. After getting it, you want to continue going north and you want to enter this mansion. You can find another Zygarde cell here. From your house on Route 1, go right and then climb up the slope to find a Zygarde cell. Once again from your house, this time go to left and then climb up the slope, and then you want to stick to the fencing and you can break the rocks with the Tauros, and after jumping few ledges, you will be finding a Zygarde cell under a tree. Fly over to Route 3 in front of Melee Meadow, and here you can find another Zygarde cell. Fly over to Paniola Town in Akala Island and go to Paniola Ranch. Here you can find a Zygarde cell outside the enclosure. Now fly over to Royal Avenue and go to right, and you will be seeing a parking lot. You can find a Zygarde cell between red and blue trucks. Fly over to Route 8 and just go south of the Pokemon Center and you'll be finding a Zygarde cell. Go to Hano Grand Resort and enter Hano Beach. Here you can find a Zygarde cell under the guard tower. Fly to Mali City and you can find a Zygarde cell west of the Pokemon Center between the 2 yellow trucks. After that, you want to take Tauros and you want to go all the way to west and then go north to enter Mali City's outer cape. Here you can find a Zygarde cell near the Bald Man. Once again from Mali City, this time you want to go all the way to west until you reach Route 10. Here you can find a Zygarde cell after the signboard near the Ace Trainer. Fly to Route 12 and here you can find a Zygarde cell by going down the slope and you will be entering Secluded Shore. You can find a Zygarde cell on the left side of the shore. Now fly over to Tapu Village and go west to enter Route 15. After that, you want to enter Ether House and take the left door and you will be finding a Zygarde cell under the balloons. Fly over to Route 16 and you can find a Zygarde cell on the left side of the Pokemon Center. Fly to Route 17 and then enter Po Town. Here you want to go all the way up until you see a red truck, then go right and you can find a Zygarde cell near the yellow truck. Fly to Seafolk Village which lies on Pony Island and go north to enter Pony Wilds. Here go east and you will be finding a Zygarde cell by climbing up the small slope. Fly over to Ancient Pony Path and go all the way down until you see Hapu's house. You can find a Zygarde cell outside her house. Once again from Ancient Pony Path, you wanna go all the way down and then take a right turn to enter Pony Breaker Coast. Here you can find a Zygarde cell near the geyser. Fly over to Pony Plains and you can find a Zygarde cell diagonally in front of the signboard. Fly over to Pony Plains and enter Pony Meadow. Here you wanna go all the way up until you enter Resolution Cave. In Resolution Cave, you can find a Zygarde cell right before entering the basement of the Resolution Cave. Go to Ether Paradise and enter and go all the way up until you reach the outside area. Here we can find a Zygarde cell in the northwest corner. Go to Iki Town and proceed by taking the stairs and you can find a Zygarde cell right behind the old man. Fly over to Route 1, Howley Outskirts and enter Trainer School. Here you can find a Zygarde cell on the purple cushion. Fly over to Holly City's shopping district and you can find a Zygarde cell on the left side of Pokemon Center. Fly to Hehe City and go east and you can find a Zygarde cell right in front of Dimensional Research Lab. Go to Paniola Ranch in Paniola Town and you can find a Zygarde cell by going down the ramp. Fly over to Royal Avenue and here you can find a Zygarde cell right of the Pokemon Center behind the bench. In Konikoni City near the 3 Pikachus you can get a Zygarde cell. Fly over to Mali City and go into Mali Community Center and here you can find a Zygarde cell in the extreme right end. Fly over to Route 10 and enter Hokulani Observatory. Here you can find a Zygarde cell. So enter hallway by using the main door and go left to find a Zygarde cell near Magnemite. Fly over to Route 11 and here you can find a Zygarde cell near the Black Belt Trainer. On Route 12, go down the slope to enter Secluded Shore. Here you can find a Zygarde cell on the right side of the shore. Fly over to Tapu Village and go east to enter Route 13. Here you wanna go east until you see a Mudsdale Rider. You can find a Zygarde cell near that Mudsdale Rider. Once again from Tapu Village you wanna go south to enter Route 14. Here you can find a Zygarde cell near the Fisherman. Go to Route 17 and enter Po Town. Here you wanna go up ahead until you see a red truck. Then you wanna go left and you can find a Zygarde cell near the Team Skull Grunt. Fly over to Seafolk Village and go north to enter Pony Wilds. Here you wanna go east until you see a Trainer Tips signboard. You can find a Zygarde cell near it. Fly over to Ancient Pony Path and you can find a Zygarde cell near the altar pillar. Once again, from Ancient Pony Path, you want to go all the way down and then take a right turn to enter Ponybreaker Coast. Here, before entering Ruins of Hope, you can find a Zygarde cell. Fly to Pony Plains and go down 2 slopes to find a Zygarde cell. This time from Pony Plains, you want to enter Pony Meadow and then you want to go up ahead until you enter Resolution Cave. After entering Resolution Cave, follow the path shown in the video to reach Resolution Cave's basement, where you can find a Zygarde cell. Fly over to Ether Paradise and go left from the entrance to find a Zygarde cell. You can find the very first Zygarde Core in your own house in your room. Go to Iki Town on Melee Island and the second Zygarde Core can be found in Kahuna Hawa's house. For getting the third Zygarde Core, go to Konikoni City on Akala Island and enter Olivia's house. You can find the Zygarde Core in Olivia's room. For obtaining the fourth Zygarde Core, fly over to Route 17 and go all the way down to this police station to obtain it. For getting the fifth and the final Zygarde Core, fly over to Ancient Pony Path and go all the way down and go into Hapu's house and go into her room to find the final Zygarde Core. So if you have been following this guide, then you would also have collected all the 95 Zygarde cells and the 5 Zygarde cores, and to assemble a Zygarde, all you want to do is fly over to Route 16 and enter Ether Base. Here you can use the collected cells and cores to assemble a Zygarde with the ability Power Construct. So whenever its HP goes to 50% or below, it will transform into Zygarde Perfect form. So that's how you get Zygarde Perfect form in this game. And if you want a Zygarde with a specific nature, all you want to do is keep a Pokemon with the ability Synchronize and with that nature in front of your party, and you will also get the Zygarde with that same nature. So as you can see here, I had an Abra with Adamant nature, so I also got a Zygarde with Adamant nature. And if you want to teach your Zygarde some new moves, all you have to do is go into your bag and go into key items and use the Zygarde cube to teach your Zygarde some new moves using the cores which you collected. So I really hope this video helped you guys. If it did, please make sure to leave a like, it really does help a lot. And if you have any questions, let me know in the comment section down below. I will try my best to help you. And if you haven't already, then subscribe for more helpful Pokemon videos in future. So with that being said, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.